In this tutorial series, we are going to be creating this weapon right over here. In the first video, we will be creating the model, and in the second part, we will unwrap it and texture it in Substance Painter. Now, if you guys have not watched my old weapon modeling tutorial, I highly recommend that you guys do. That one is a little bit more simpler and the shapes are less complex. This one, we are going to be using a different workflow, which is very common in weapon creation, and I really hope you guys do have fun with this one. Let's hop in and good luck. So for the reference picture, I do put it inside my Discord server just because I don't really know how else to connect it to YouTube. So if you guys go hop on my Discord server, which will be linked in the description below, you'll find this tutorials channel right here, and then you'll have the reference picture because you just download it from right here. Once we have this, and I'm just gonna line it up a bit, move this back. I'm gonna turn on screencast keys. I do know it does lag me out a lot. My blender might start crashing again. Is it working? Yeah, I think we're good. That should be fine. So this tutorial is going to be using a different workflow compared to the last tutorial, the last sword tutorial we made. That one was a little bit more simple. I think the only modifier we really used was what's it called? Mirror modifier. We're gonna be using the sub D method in this tutorial. So I'm gonna just turn on a matte cap. If you guys want like white outlines and stuff, make sure you guys turn on cavities. You guys could copy these settings. It doesn't have to be exact, but I'm probably gonna adjust it once I actually start getting more of this weapon done. So I'm just gonna get a plane in. If you guys have watched my tutorials, y'all know how much I like planes. Cubes is just not it for me. So what I do is I use a plane, add a cut in the center, move that out, and we mirror that on the opposite side. I'm just gonna drop the mirror, turn on clipping. So this is basically the base shape, and now I'm gonna press Ctrl 1. That's gonna give us the subdivision modifier. I'm gonna bring that down to 1. Now we have this. I'm gonna select these two edges, Shift E, and what that's gonna do is where's the mean crease, bring that up to 1. Why is this so big for? Let me fix this up real quick. Okay. Same thing with the center one, just so we have the sharp edge right here. Now we can start extruding. If you guys have not watched the previous tutorial, make sure you guys watch the previous sword tutorial first, cause you're gonna need it. It's more simpler than this one. I'm just gonna create a little simple base shape, and we'll start getting crazy with it later. Something like right here. This one is gonna be a little bit brain damaging. I'll come back to this after. I'm just gonna select all these, Shift E it, just so that we get a sharp look. Okay, so over here we kind of split the center line, breaks up into 2. We'll see what we do with it. I should have honestly done this as a practice first before making the tutorial. I kind of like doing it from scratch, so you guys kind of see my thought process, how to problem fix when you get hit by stuff. Like here, for example, we need this curve to go from here to here. So I'm gonna add a loop like this. I'm honestly gonna cut this side off. We don't need it, and just apply it on the mirror, so we have both sides applied on the mirror. Gonna bring this down, just GG to edge slide and mark sharp. Just gonna bring this out a bit. Shade auto smooth. There we go, we already got that. This is fine. I'm gonna connect this to here. And why is this doing this for? Can I just vertex crease that? Make sure it's connected to the other side. It wasn't for some reason. Just make sure it's centered on the mirror. I'm seeing some weird stuff going on here. G on the which is select this entire edge, or this edge from here to here. Control, or just grab these edges. G on the Y, just so that make sure you guys have clipping on, because my thing was like overlapping for some reason. I bring this up here just to get that sharper look. I do go a little fast on my tutorials. That's just because I don't like having 2-hour-long tutorials. It's just not fun watching. You guys can slow down the video, come back to it later on. Okay, I'm gonna bring this down. Where does it start from exactly? It starts from like right here. Let's add another edge here. Slide this in there. Merge by distance. My keybinds are being displayed here if I'm going too fast. Bring this down. I'm gonna shift E this as well, and I'm gonna kind of bring this out to level it with the main face on this side. Mark sharp. Just kind of have this face kind of flattened. Something like that's fine. Alright, now we got this little curvature kind of for the guard. Let's see. Let's extrude that down. Honestly don't know how we're gonna do this. Because it's currently flat. What I'm gonna have to do, I think, is unflat it. Turn off clipping and merge. I'm just gonna bring this out on the, or can I let me do this one? Yeah, alright, just bring the bottom one out. Just like that. And now I'm just gonna create a little triangle here. Merge by distance, or merge at last. Or whatever I did, I don't know what I did honestly. I'm just gonna move that back in. Clipping merge. Yeah, there we go. That works. Just like that. Now we do need this curvature here. I'm just gonna shift E and mark sharp. I don't think this is how we should have it. I'm just gonna turn this off again, bring this out. I'm just gonna extrude myself an edge here. So turn on clipping this again, E on the X, all merge by distance, mark sharp these, and this one right here, shift E that. No, I'm just gonna bring this up. You want an edge over here. I kind of control this a bit. I'm just gonna select all these, subdivide. And lower this a bit. It's a bit too sharp. Lower the crease from here. So we have a natural little smooth bend right there. I think that's fine. People would have done this probably in a different way. Well, I think this is fine. I'm gonna do a little bit over here too. Shift E. I think we good now. Just gonna bring these in a bit just to fit the curvature on the reference. This one just point up a little bit more like that. Alright, now for this guard right here, I'm gonna extrude this down. This little spike is from this thing behind. We'll get to that later. I'm just gonna bring this in here and extrude one more here, scales it by 0. Now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all of this, so control press from here to here, and make sure clipping is all that on, and I'm just gonna bring that in, all merge by distance. And we kind of have the same look over here. That's that. Handle straps, that's gonna be a bit of a tough one. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that just yet. All the design here we're gonna paint it on. Don't gotta worry about it in Blender. We're probably gonna do it in the second part of this tutorial, which is texturing. Okay, this is fine. This is kind of fine. I want to have this kind of extruded out. I'm gonna select this and this, shift E. Select these faces, shift E. I'm gonna do extrude, or was that alt E? Yeah, alt E. Extrude faces along normals. And just bring that out just a bit like that. So we have kind of like a curl. Like we're gonna have to adjust the shape a bit to make it fit the handle. We could block out the handle right now. I'm just gonna save real quick. Control S to save. Make sure you guys save your file. Screencast keys really cause everything to crash a lot of times. We'll do a 16. Oh, well, what the hell am I doing? 16, just because we want the straps to look kind of smooth. Realistically, you guys could hand paint it. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to hand paint this tutorial or I'm going to just PBR it. Because honestly, I don't feel like hand painting. Because the issue with hand painting is, first of all, I'm not an artist. Second of all, it's going to take like 3 hours just for me to hand paint. And then there are people here that are going to be trying to like copy every single brushstroke I do. And that's like not really a good idea. If you guys want to hand paint it, you're more than free to do so. I'm just really against hand painting because I'm not an artist. I don't like hand painting. That's fine. I'm just gonna block out the rest now. I don't really know what this is for. It kind of like floats around as a crystal or something. I'm not sure if it's a boss drop. This reference is off of Google, by the way. So credits to whoever made it. I am going to move on now. So we gotta have this spike. We're gonna make this one mesh. We have spikes sticking out of this, spikes sticking out of this, and then this one kind of goes into this one. Side reference, you guys could use it if you want. I feel like we don't really need it. Gonna add in another plane, rotate that to face me. I do work on the weird angle. I work on the what side is this? The right side instead of the front side. My front is like the left. My right is the front. I just kind of got used to this. Control 1 to throw this in, and then I'm gonna throw in an edge right here, G on the X or Y depending what side you're working on. Select these, Shift E, and then we're gonna mirror that over. I do have a hard ops, but on the previous tutorial a lot of people got confused, even though I told them to use this setting right here for mirror. Make sure your mirror is on top, the sub D. And actually I don't think it really matters much. So I feel like I leave my mirror on when I what's it called, UV unwrap. So I kind of auto mirrors the other side. So we're just gonna extrude, follow the curvature on here, scale where necessary. I'm gonna adjust the center loop in a second. Okay, so this is where we get a little bit weird because it's got a curve around. This is a nice little shape right here. So now we can't really be working on a 2D view for this. So I'm gonna leave that until we get this shape done, and then we'll come back to this. Let's extrude this up, like right here, and I'm gonna need another one in the center here, and another one here. Scale that. We are gonna have to optimize this later, remove some, like a lot of edges when it comes back to getting it as a game asset. Something like this. Scale it in, and then scale 0, merge by distance, vertex crease that. I'm gonna select all these, alt press all of that, Shift E, so that automatically will sharpen everything for us. Shade auto smooth. If Shift E is not working, just use mean crease, bring that all the way up to 1. Just same thing to this edge right here, so we can have a sharp edge. Just gonna place these a little bit better. Okay. Now for this, we are gonna place this. Actually, let's place this entire edge accurately to the reference. Just pressing GG to edge slide. Realistically, it should be straight up in the center, but like for Stylized, their brush strokes are all over the place. Yeah, so the little the outer edge on this side is going to be larger than the inside edge. Here, so it's going to have to be sharpened to a bit. Shifty here, not too much. 0.4 is the value I have it at right now. I'm just going to move these where needed. That's fine. Okay. Why in the world? G on the X, or wait, why is clipping not on? Okay, make sure that's fine. I don't know why I'm having mirror issues today. Maybe because I'm not using hard ops. Alright, okay, select these faces, extrude it out, scale it in one more time, scale 0, merge by center, edge crease that, remove edge crease or vertex crease from here, and whoa. Let's fix this up. merge by distance. All right. Okay, so for here we do not need all these edges. I'm just gonna edge slide it there. My distance gonna take the yeah, that. Shift E that. Shift E that. All right, now here I'm gonna take this. GG here, GG here. I'll merge by distance. I'm gonna take the Shift E that. Mark sharp. That was too fast. You are more than free to watch that again. I think the way I did it was a bit too messy. I feel like I could have done that a bit better, but I don't know. Yeah, slide these in. We don't need that merge, or actually we kind of do. Gotta fix this up. We need some, wait, we need to go back a bit more right here, just so that we have some clean edge loops. Just gonna fix the curvature here, and I think that's fine. Just gonna smoothen this out right here. All right, same thing over here. Gonna add edge right there and another edge right here. Take these, extrude it out. I'm just gonna fix my view so that it's not all weird. Okay, try to have these lined up. Scale it in, extrude one more time, scale 0, merge by distance, increase that, slide that in, merge by distance, slide that in, slide this in. The goal here really is to kind of understand the work process, not really to kind of trace my work or like my exact movement here. Yeah, so slide that in, slide this in, connect these, all merge by distance. So like this, Shift E, mark sharp. I don't know why this is so crooked. Let's fix that up. Move this in just so we have a little bit cleaner look right there. All right. Don't know what we're doing next. I think that's fine. We'll move on to the shape right here. We're just gonna use the same mesh. Take two of these faces, duplicate, move it right here. Scale it up a bit because it is supposed to be a lot larger. If you look at the side reference, you can see like this side right here is a lot bigger than the middle one. So this one right here is this thing, and this one is a larger one that kind of serves as like a massive, like the type of guards lances have. I don't know what these spikes are. I don't think anything spikes out sideways. Not sure if we should add that. I'm just gonna bring this out just so like from side view you can see it sticks out a lot more. Even this thing should have been honestly a lot bigger. I'm gonna have to scale it entire thing on the X, or just select all G on the X so we have a little bit of a thicker look. It looks good on Bloxies too, just because Roblox arm does like block the entire sword out due to how big it is. So just scaling stuff up like that actually has it show on the Roblox character in game. So here, even though it does go in here, it kind of flows out back here. So we're just gonna follow that. Come back to this here. Extrude it out here. So this part's gonna be hiding inside the mesh, and then it comes back outside. Why is my neighbor mowing his lawn right now, bro? Hope you guys can't hear that. Go here, merge that, slide that in. This bro's machine is loud, bro. I might have to close my window. Alright, let's just go over here. Now we kind of go to a cylindrical shape. That's going to be pretty simple. This is why I use sub D for this method, just because you're a lot more flexible with what you can do. Okay, so here we're gonna do one extrusion, and yeah, let's do it like this. I need one in the center. Sort of just going to get rid of the clipping and merge. Bring this out. I should bring both sides out. So now we're gonna be getting the cylindrical look over here. Now this we're gonna move in and clipping and merge back. Okay, I'm gonna have to line this up a bit better. So this kind of doesn't merge up here. I'm gonna do that. Merge by distance. Shift E that. Bring this into the center. I'm not gonna select these. Scale it in. Something like that. At the same time though, we gotta be careful with, but does this go inside? No, that goes over the handle. Now to scale that up a bit. Extrude that up. Wait, wrong one. Let's not select that. Extrude this up. Scale 0 on the Z-axis, so it's kind of flattened out like that. I'm just gonna shape it around the handle. I think the handle's a bit too big here. I'm just gonna scale this down. Bring this in. I don't need this. Now with these edges selected, I'm gonna press E on the X, all merge by distance. Shift E these ones, and we're gonna have to bring this one out quite a bit. So realistically, would have had to add, I think we should honestly. We gotta add another edge loop here and here. We can do that. I'm gonna have to fix the edge flow in a second. Another cut here, subdivide, and just connect these together. Now with that, we can sort of scale it out, bring it on the X, so we have this more cylindrical shape. So this is one reason why I like using sub D a lot. Is you're a lot more flexible for stuff like this. You can go straight up to sharp edges, sharp edged shapes to smooth cylindrical shapes very easily. And like if I was not using sub D, I don't know how I would be doing this. Well, I do, but like it will be a lot more complicated. We could do this little thing right here. Also, for those of you wondering why mesh is red inside, it's because I have face orientation on, just so I see what's blue, what's red. You guys don't need that on, or you guys should have it on like once in a while just to see what your faces are looking like. Extrude that out, scale it in, line this up here. I'm gonna have to put it into this mesh. That might actually be a little harder than I expected. Let's shift all of that. And let's sort of scale the Y, flatten its faces out. And scale it up a bit. Something like that, and just put it inside. GG slide here, GG slide here. All image by distance. Connect these together. Shift E that. And Shift E this, mark sharp. Okay, now I gotta kind of focus on this thing. How would I... Yeah, to just slide these in as well. GG, all image by distance. We kind of have this diamond shape. Shift E here and mark sharp. That's perfect. Move that back in. Try to fit this scaling on this. Something like that. Almost like this edge. I'm just gonna move it over here just so it kind of lines up with this one. Something like that. I'm gonna be back real quick. I need to close my window. This bro's getting annoying. Okay, there we go. What are we doing? Alright, right here. I don't like how this is kind of giving me this crease right here. I'm gonna move, whoa. I'm gonna move this on the X, so that kind of smoothens out a bit. this down so it kind of has a bit more shape to it. Something like that. Now I can honestly finish up the shape right here. Select everything here. E. Scale it in. We'll worry about the shape later on, how it's bending, how it's acting. Scale that in. Scale it here, and now we're gonna scale it back up just like that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select these ones. I'm gonna just bring down the Z a bit, just so it has this little curvature. Bring this up, not that much, something like this. All right, that's fine. I'm just gonna bring it down here. We're gonna extrude that later just to make it a little bigger. Well, actually, I think yeah, be a good time to do that now. Shift E that, Shift E this, Control or Alt, I think it was Alt, right? Yeah, Alt press this, Shift E, extrude along edges, and so we get this little bit of thickness here. I'm gonna scale on the Y just so it's somewhat the same on all sides. Now from here you can select the inside edge, and we can create, scale that in. We can create this little shape in here. Remove the crease from that. I'm gonna create one inside, one outside, like that. Don't really know. Kind of gets blurry over here. Look at this one. You can kind of see. It's kind of like I'm just scaling on the Z to give more of a curvature here. Now what I'm gonna do is E, scale that up. You can Shift E that, Shift E this. And with this, we're just gonna bring it up a bit. Bring it back down, remove the crease, Shift E or scale that. One time like this, and another time on this, just merge at distance. So that we kind of have this curved look. Shade out to smooth that. Control scale. Let's merge this at the back there, merge by distance, fix that up again. Now as you guys could see, we kind of have this very sharp look, not so cylindrical, so that's why we're going to be using these edges. I'm just going to select it all the way down here, all of these. Just like that. Honestly, I should have used control. I don't know why I didn't use control for this. All I'm gonna do, we're just gonna G on the X, maybe G on the Y for you, depending what axis you're working on. Just bring that out. This side kind of being curved or sharp like that, I guess is fine. We could make it curved by removing the main crease. I don't think it's actually increased. We would have to add another edge to kind of scale it out like this. Okay, that's good. That's the main blackout almost done. We're gonna do this crystal thing here. Don't really need a sub D. We're gonna use a cube for the first time. Something is gonna, I don't really know how I'm gonna shape this. I want to make it somewhat interesting. Just gonna extrude, scale 0, merge by distance, and scale it here. What if I bevel? Nope. That doesn't look so good. So I just make the bottom pointy too. I want to give it somewhat of a custom look. Or here. This is one ugly crystal. You know what? We're gonna get a little crazy with it. Let's do that again. Bring in cube. I'm gonna use sub D just because I had an idea. Not exactly sure if it's gonna work out too well. Basically the same thing we had before. but we're gonna do some funny stuff to it. Honestly, don't remember what I was planning. Shifty all that. Shifty this. Shifty the bottom there too. Auto smooth. Take the shifty that. That's actually mark sharp. Mark sharp. I kind of wanted it to be a little more smooth. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Just gonna scale this a little thinner. I gotta make it that accurate to a reference, even though the reference is kind of throwing me off. Rotate that just a bit. You guys can honestly shape this however you want. I'm honestly just freestyling this. I don't think that's really a good idea on my side, but something like that. I don't know. That doesn't look too great, but that's kind of fine. What I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna apply sub D on this, and let me actually mark sharp. Alright, sharp. Have some of a goofy looking crystal here. Maybe if I kind of make it look like it's chipped off, something like that. Apply the sub D. I'm just gonna optimize this real quick, like remove all of this, dissolve edges, dissolve edges, dissolve edges, dissolve edges. Merge by distance. I don't think we could remove 2 of these. There we go. Just gonna leave 1 in there. In the same mesh, I'm just gonna add an icosphere, and I'm just gonna bring this down to 1. Let's scale that down. Like this, and you guys are more than free to kind of play around with the shape connected only. I'm gonna do sharp just to sort of give it a custom looking shape. Let's rotate it around there. There we go. It's like far view again, you really can't see what's going on. Something like that looks perfectly fine. Again, this could use more profile to it. I feel like it's way too bland. Let me know what you guys think of this. I personally don't like it much, but I'm just gonna leave it. So that's the entire block out actually done. I'm just gonna do Shift E there, so it kind of goes in like that. Oh, right here. Okay, so for this, I'm just gonna make it a separate mesh on its own just for now, so I can deal with this better. I don't have to look at the other edges on this thing. So again, another benefit of sub D, we can kind of shape it out however we want. Gonna remove edges and that. Just gonna bring this out a bit. It's on the X. So this is going to serve as, so this is gonna connect right here. And let's bring this over here, bring this on the X. We might have to bring this out on the X too, or we're just gonna bring the sliders back a bit, just like that. Alright, now I'm gonna select this, turn on merge clipping. I'm just gonna extrude it here, extrude it here, scale it up a bit, extrude one more time. This can connect down here. Bring this over like here. Shift E here like that. This one, we still have some work to do with it. Just gonna remove that, shoot it in, scale, shoot one more time, and I'm just gonna make sure this is now connecting. G on the X, G on the X, G on the X here, so we get a little tighter shape. Point to here, Shift E all this. There we go. Now we are kind of getting a bit of a broken up mesh here. Be on the X, make it a little more curvy. This is all connected there. I'm gonna do select all this and E on the X, all merge by distance, Same thing for the bottom. EG on the X, all merged by distance. Something like that. Just gonna bring this down here. We are. I think that's fine. Oh, something we could do here is kind of change the edge flow to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something here. Hold up. Let's add a subdivide here. Connect that to this. Remove this crease from this. I'm gonna add a crease here instead. E mark sharp. And then from here, I'm just gonna scale this up. Yeah, it looks a lot better. You guys want to smoothen this out a bit. I think that is mighty fine. You can't really remove this. What I'm gonna do though is gonna dissolve edges. Wait, did I accidentally extrude dissolve edges? Connect this to that. That'll be a little better on the shading side. And that's basically the block out. Okay, so my blender just crashed again thanks to screencast keys. Is it even working now? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do the straps really quick. I'm gonna import a plane. The low poly way of doing it will be trying to add loop cuts to the actual mesh right here, and then just shaping it, forming the triangles by moving around the edges. But I'm gonna kind of change around the concept for the straps. Gonna make it a little bit different. Delete these verts, mirror on that side. Oh wait, do not do it like that. Where? I'm gonna use the mirror from here so you guys don't start hating on me. A lot of people that ask me how I did that, even though I've explained it to them. That's a custom plugin. Yeah, they still don't listen. I'm gonna do Control 1 again, but I'll leave that back there actually. And I'm gonna extrude it back. Wait, why is it? Wait. Mirror on the cylinder. On the Z. Right here. Move that back. All merge by distance. Move this in. Just to get that cylindrical shape. Now this, we can actually fix the shape on it now because we have the cylinder in here. So I'm gonna G Shift Z, that will let you move on everything but the Z axis. Z if you're American, but Canada on top. So I'm saying Z. Something like that. Now we kind of have this issue where it became way too thin. I just realized this thing is sticking out a bit too much. Gonna select all of this, G on the X. Just make it a little bit smoother here. So yeah, this edge got to be hiding inside this mesh. This entire thing could honestly be a lot thinner. I don't know why it's so big. There we go. Just like that. Now with this again, shade out of smooth. What we're gonna do is form one part. Wait, where did my... one second. Yeah, okay. Just like that. Bring this up. Select all this. Shift E that. Shift E the... Wait, we're gonna have to do it to this as well. Let's undo all that real quick. Scale on the Z. Shift E there. Now we can drop the array modifier. Array. And let's just boot that up a bit. Now you would usually use a lattice to kind of shape this around the bent shape. I usually have a lot of issues with lattice. I don't know why it never works how I want it to work with the array modifier. Add a solidifier mod and make it a bit thick. Let's just go into the inside. I'm gonna adjust the shape later on. Now you guys can honestly shape the straps however you want. If you guys want like it going like that, you guys could have it like that. If you don't like it having going like that, you can make it more sharper like that, diamond shape. I'm just gonna do it just a bit. Kind of like, honestly, wait. Why is this still open for? Keep that like that. That's not gonna work. I want to kind of close in the edges. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply Not the mirror. I'm not sure if it's gonna break if I apply sub D first. Most definitely is. I'm gonna select all this and there's another shift E that. Now if I apply sub D, it shouldn't break. There we go. Just because I wanna fix some stuff manually. Remove this edge, we don't need it. Dissolve edges, we can remove every second edge as well. Or actually I need, or yeah, I can dissolve this one. Move this on the X. Scale this like that. Bro, I want to connect these. How do I like, wait, let's just do it like this. I think that's fine. I think. Apply the mirror. And we're sort of just going to manually. Even though it's not the greatest idea. Can I merge by distance? I can. It's gonna connect everything together. That's nice. Go to smooth and scale on everything but Z. That's not really good. I think that's gonna do what I wanted to do. Holy. I need to apply mirror on this side, but not the back side. So I'm just gonna remove X, apply that, apply another mirror modifier. Put it on this. Okay. Now I'm going to select the entire bottom and scale on everything but Z so we don't ruin the shape. Why is clipping not on? Why clipping? So scale on everything but Z. I'm pressing Shift Z. I'm just gonna save right before this thing's crashing on me again. There we go. Something like that. I am using this thing right here, kind of, and everything at the same time. G on the X, G on the Y, I mean. Something along these lines. I'm just gonna move this up. And kind of G on the X, this as well. Well, I'm just gonna form the shape on this. Kind of have it fit. G on the X, G on the Y. There we go. Same thing over here. It kind of needs to be more sitting out like that. There we go. Could manually take this and this. Okay, I think that's it. Wasn't the best way of doing it, but I don't want to make this tutorial too long. I think it's already a bit too long. That's our straps. We're gonna call it a day. All merge by distance. I do feel like this is completely useless, this edge right here, or maybe this one, dissolve edges. And I'm just gonna select all this and slide it in. Same thing over here. I dissolve this edge. Take this, control press down here, slide it in. Just a curve look, and then move this out. There we go. Straps done. Weapon is pretty much model is done. I think next tutorial we're gonna unwrap and we're gonna texture. It shouldn't take as long. This one was like almost 40 minutes long or something. Hopefully it's helpful. Make sure you guys subscribe and watch the next part of the tutorial, and I'll see you guys there. Goodbye.